All right, we're live. I am Rick. This is Nick. Georgelos from the Tomblands and Fuzzy Poser, the name of his solo project.
Yep.
This is the first edition of Wholesome Chats, simply because we need something to do, and this is about all we can do. So, this was an idea I had just so we can put out some content. Those of you who don't know, Wholesome is we like to call ourselves a creative clubhouse. We are located in like West Logan Square, Avondale area. We have band practice spaces. We make shirts, which you can buy on our website. We have a radio that runs around the clock, all sorts of good stuff. But most importantly, we just like to support creative people, which is why we have Nick here with us today. So Nick, how have you been?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. All things considered.
Yeah, exactly. There's like
It's
a big
definitely,
asterisk there.
Yeah,
So,
a very weird time for sure.
Yeah, I guess like I wanted to do these just to kind of find out like what people are doing now that I'm assuming most of what you were doing before you can't be doing. So you must have found some new things to do, or you're just, staring at a wall for 10 hours a day, but I doubt it. So what have your days been like?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it was super weird timing for me because I actually quit my day job like literally right before this shit happened. And I was like, oh dude, I'm just gonna like spend a year, just playing in bands and trying to record as much as possible and doing all that. And obviously then this happened. So it's been super weird for me. But yeah, I've just been like, as far as music, focusing on recording and mixing and stuff like that. This is like my little home studio setup here. So I've just been doing that mostly. And then, yeah, as far as like other hobbies and shit, I've been like really into furniture building recently. Like I built built a bookcase and a little end table. Been reading a lot. Had like a house plant phase a week ago.
Nice.
So it's going well.
Do you have like tools and shit at your?
Yeah, man. My roommate Ryan has like every power tool known to man, and then the guy below me is actually a carpenter, so he has like a bunch of saws and stuff. So they're both pretty cool about letting me use their shit. So
that's pretty tight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Is there anything that you've built in this room that you can show us?
Well, I don't know. Let me see if I can turn my computer. I don't know if you can see.
I guess you're mobile anyway. You don't really have an excuse.
So this, oh yeah, you can't, well, you can barely see it. This little table right here, I built.
Is that like a mixer on top of it?
Yeah, man, this is a little Trident mixer. It's pretty sick.
Cool.
Yeah, and then, yeah, I have a bunch of really cool equipment here. I'm very lucky for that. So I have the shit at my house, I guess.
Yeah, I hear you. My room's all decked out too.
Nice.
That's neat though. So what have you been recording? Like anything? Is there a specific project that you're working on, or is it just kind of been across the board to keep yourself busy? Or
yeah, man. I've been recording a lot of like, what I thought was going to be Fuzzy Poser stuff. But the more I like work on it, the more I kind of like am reflecting and thinking like, do I even want to make music like this? Is this like, yes, I wrote this song, but do I need to like release it or like put it in this vision? Can I think more like abstract and be like, I'm going to make an album that's like psychedelic pop or something like that? So been yeah, I don't know, I've been kind of exploring a lot of different weird avenues that I wouldn't normally go down.
So is that what are you making psych pop? Did you just
No, but that would be, I don't know, like, I found GarageBand is a really good program to just like fuck around and, make a song pretty quickly. So I've been doing stuff in there, and like the other day I was like, what if I wrote a song that was like Jack White inspired, or like kind of just like riffy for riff's sake. And so I've just been taking weird approaches to it, I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
Interesting.
I think it's good to try and do things a little differently.
Yeah, man.
During this period in particular.
Yeah.
I've had like a lot of, just been looking different perspective on everything, really, just because you kind of, I don't know. But I'm interviewing you, so I'm gonna keep asking you questions. Have you been like cooking a lot, or are you doing takeout? Are you sketched out by takeout?
Yeah, I've been cooking pretty much nonstop, like almost every meal. I think I've eaten like restaurant food like one time since all this shit started. So yeah, it's been weird. Yeah, I made like chicken tenders from scratch the other day. It's pretty sick.
Ooh.
Getting really good at like broiling things. I didn't even know what broiling was before, but now I'm like, this is so sick.
Yeah, broiling's still somewhat of a mystery to me. It's just like become the place where I store like baking sheets. In the, you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
man.
about? Like in the bottom of the oven, they got the little broiler area. I'm like, oh man, for sure.
Yeah. Dude, it's a game changer, man, I will say.
So, what kind of sauce do you put on these tenders?
Pretty
Or
much.
you get them raw?
Yeah, no. Pretty much buffalo and ranch. That's my go-to.
Like, do you whip it together?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or I just douse the tenders in buffalo sauce and I dip them in ranch. It's pretty
oh,
good.
interesting. Yeah, yeah. I love. I'm not a giant ranch guy, but love a good buffalo sauce. I
Yeah.
love barbecue sauce though too,
Yep,
especially
that's another go-to.
the runnier ones. I like the vinegar based stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess like I think if I'm not mistaken, you have a degree in philosophy, or you studied philosophy.
Yeah. At U of I majored in philosophy and economics. I was like a double major.
Have you
And
had
then,
any like, I feel like my philosophy on a lot of things is kind of changing through all of this. Has anything come to you, or per se, or are any of your philosophies evolving? Obviously they evolve over time, but I feel like this period
sure.
is kind of a catalyst to kind of like step back and like
Yeah, maybe.
reevaluate everything.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the entire like Trump administration saga has made me rethink some things. But I mean, I don't know. Coronavirus in general, I don't know. It's kind of just, I don't know, just kind of came out of nowhere, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like, less that the virus itself caused it, but just that maybe you've had more time to yourself, or you've been reading more. You mentioned.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I've kind of, yeah, I'm sort of set in my ways at this point.
Okay.
And part of that was like why I quit my job. Um, just to like try to do what I want to do for a while and see if I can carve out a living from it. And if not, then I'll go back to being a
Was that a plug
fucking
to your own
office
record?
employee. What's that?
Was that a plug to your own record?
uh, yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah, I'm
Without.
working on like a bunch of Tomblands recordings right now. We did a session at T.H.O.S.E Studios before all this went down. So I've just been editing and comping those together and mixing them. And then I'm trying to write some new Fuzzy Poser shit. Trying to work on other people's albums too. Like I was recording an album with my friend Jack before this stuff happened, and that's kind of been put on hold. But I don't know. I'm kind of just like revisiting old stuff and just fucking around. Like I've been like bouncing tracks through my like cassette Porta Studio and just like slowing them down and then like experimenting with what happens if I like bring it through a compressor and then bounce it back into the program, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, just getting really weird with
Yeah,
it.
that's another thing I wanted to ask. What's like the current state of your bands? Like, are you guys meeting, or are you just completely on hold for
uh,
now?
I've not seen anyone besides my roommates in like, since the stay-at-home order was issued. But we've been like video hanging out, like Zoom hanging like once a week at least. Um, and like we'll still like be messaging each other, and like, you know, certain things are still progressing even though everything else has been put on hold. So
Do you
that's
have any like plans that you're trying to put in place for when things do resume? I guess it's kind of it's weird. Like I've been trying to make sure that I'm not just completely stopping everything and
mm,
ensure that there's something to do uh, as quick as possible when things change. But at the same time, it's like, what am I planning for? Like you're like, when is this going to be? And it almost makes you
yeah.
want to
Yeah,
do
it's
something.
it's like impossible to actually plan because nobody knows when the fuck it's going to be over. And even when the order is, expired and they feel like it's safe again to be meeting up, it's probably going to be very gradual, and it's not going to be blowout shows happening everywhere. It's going to be like, all right, this bar can now have 30% of its maximum capacity or something. So I don't know. It's hard to plan for, but I think just continuing to write and working on the recordings is going to be a big focus for us and for myself.
Have you considered doing like any sort of video type things, like whether it be by yourself or with a group? Like I know some people are taking advantage of like home live recording
Yeah,
or something.
like live sessions and stuff. I mean, I've
Yeah.
thought about it. Yeah, I mean that could be a cool thing to do. I guess I haven't really considered it seriously yet. Um, as far as like the band, I know like Danny and Liam uploaded like an acoustic version of one of our songs. So we might keep doing
Oh,
that type of thing, but nothing. I think it would be prohibitive for us to all be in the same room unless we're like decked out in like N95 masks and like
yeah.
wearing gloves while we're playing and shit, which would be kind of cool. But also, it's just kind of like a slap in the face to people that are taking the shit seriously and fighting it every day and stuff. So
No, yeah, I meant more as like
yeah.
a thing, if things open back up, but it seems that like venues are probably going to be the last thing to do so. That maybe at
Oh, okay.
that point in time, you could start,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would be definitely on the table. Like I know some countries have said like, as long as you're seeing the same 10 people, it's fine, that type of thing. So yeah, who knows?
Um, it's just a weird time. But I have one question that I think I'm going to try and fire out to the next people that we
Mhm.
interview too. So if you could have like a dream power trio, what would it be? You can be in it. You don't need to be in it. But what are you playing?
Oh
What
man,
general style? This is supposed to be a hard question.
that
Um,
is fucking impossible.
well then just
Uh,
whatever's.
only three?
It's a trio. It's a power trio. Well, maybe it's
Okay,
not. Maybe it's a soft trio. I don't know.
man, that's tricky. Okay, I'm gonna go with, okay, guitarist slash singer John Dwyer from the OCs.
Okay.
Keyboardist slash bassist Ray Manzarek from the Doors.
Okay.
And drummer, ooh, dude, that is hard, bro.
But that's smart going with Ray though, because you almost get that's almost like a twofer right
You
there.
get you get the twofer right there,
Yeah.
yeah. And John Dwyer's a maniac on guitar, so he's like a twofer as well. Maybe, oh man, I don't know. Maybe like Keith Moon or something, someone that can just go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, why not? You got the
yeah.
room when there's only three people. I think that's quite like John Dwyer, Ray Manzarek, Keith Moon. I think that's that'll hold up. That'll hold
That
up.
would be pretty sick.
Yeah. Um, you have any plugs of your own that you want to put out there before we part ways here?
That is a good question. Um, hmm,
Got to give you the
not
opportunity.
really.
You know?
Not really. I don't know. It's hard to plan out what the hell is going on or what the proper approach is going to be. But I might put out a Fuzzy Poser song in the next like month or two. Um, maybe sooner. But yeah, don't know if that's plug worthy because it's also fluid and it could change at any moment. So,
Sure.
but you know, things will be happening for sure.
I will plug, I guess. Nick, he's mentioned Fuzzy Poser. He already has music out. His most recent record is called Carve,
Mhm.
and it's very nice. I listened to a bit of it yesterday. It wasn't the first time, but anyway. So you can investigate and find Nick's stuff out there. His other group is the Tomblands. They're riffy for riff's sake, as Nick says. Yeah,
Man.
I
Well,
don't know.
appreciate it.
We're
Appreciate
just we're
that.
just trying to do something while we can, do what we can with what we can. So thanks for spending some time with me, and hopefully I get to see you in person somewhat soon, but who knows.